my channel and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 6. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a holiday gift guide plus things that I've been loving in the year of 2025, and then I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in a couple of things that are on my wish list, things that I would love to get for Christmas or just in general. So I am not going to go in any particular order. I just created a list and I have a couple of things here. Whatever I don't have, I'm going to go ahead and pop up a picture so you guys can see it, and then of course I will make sure to list everything down below. So let's go ahead and get right into the holiday gift guide. Starting off, I wrote down the Blue air purifier. So we got this last Christmas and I got a really big one for our like living room kitchen area. I have absolutely loved having this because I cook a lot in this house. Like I cook almost every single day and my husband does not like the smell of food, and having that has been so helpful because it really just like draws out all of the smells that we have in the house, whether it's cooking or just like normal random smells. And air purifiers are also extremely good to have in your house because again, it just cleans your air, and air outside is super polluted. So if you have your windows open or if you open your door, all that air comes in. So having an air purifier to constantly be cleaning the air in your space is so important. And Blue Air has a bunch of different air purifiers. The one that we have is the Blue Pure 211i Max. So like I said, they have that one in different sizes. We have the larger size and we actually just got the medium size to put in our primary bedroom because we loved it so much. So yeah, that was the first thing. I really like that one as well because it has a Bluetooth option, so you're able to like connect it to your phone, and then if you want to control it from your phone, you're able to do that. So I actually have it on a schedule so that it's on night mode for a certain part of the day, and then it's on automatic during the times where I usually am cooking. It makes a great gift or something for you to just get for yourself. I've absolutely loved it, and I'm on Amazon right now and they actually have it on sale. So if you guys have been looking for an air purifier, Blue Air, I would highly recommend, and they have a bunch of different ones, but the Blue Pure 211i Max is the one I have and I would definitely recommend. Moving on, the next thing that I have is something also for your house. Staying in theme with like the house smelling and things like that. We actually got this thing right here. This is from the brand Scentify, and it's basically a aroma diffuser. So it actually, so I'm gonna open it for you guys. So it has this little thing right here, and basically you buy this and then you're able to buy the oil scent. So this is the oil scent right here, and then you just go ahead and plug this in, and then you plug this into the wall. This is something else that has Bluetooth and you're able to connect to the app and then put it on a schedule. So we have it on a schedule to run like every, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes for 15 seconds, and then it just keeps doing that throughout the day. And it's so helpful because again, it makes sure that the house constantly smells good. And there's plenty of times where people have come over to our house and they're like, oh my god, your house smells so good, and I'm like, the mist just went off. That's why I really like that. And they also have a bunch of different like oil scents, and a lot of the scents are plays on scents that you have from like different hotels. And when you go to their website, it even tells you, you know, the one that we have is like Bliss, and then it says like similar to the, I don't know, One Oak Hotel in Miami. This is not necessarily true for this one, but that is what they say. So a lot of their scents are based off of hotel smells. The hotel that you go to and you love their scent, honestly, they probably have the dupe for it on their website. So if you guys have been looking for something to like make sure that your house constantly smells good, I know people love candles, but a lot of people also don't like candles because, you know, it makes your walls black and stuff like that, and it's honestly not the safest depending on the candle you get. This is like a good alternative to candles, but it still makes your house smell really good. So definitely recommend, and one of the things in our house that I absolutely love. Next up, we have the Garmin watch. I absolutely love this watch, and honestly, this is probably one of the best things that I've ever gotten ever. Like, I love this watch. They have a bunch of different types of watches. This is the Venu 3, I want to say. I think that's what it is. My husband has the Vivo Active 4, and then my brother just got the Venus, I want to say. I don't know, but honestly I love this watch. I think it's such a good watch because not only does it track your workouts, and if you're somebody who's like really active and goes to the gym or runs or cycles or anything like that, this will track it. And then not only does it track your workouts, but then it also tracks your heart rate, it tracks your sleep, your body battery. So like for example, right now it says that my body battery, well, it actually doesn't say what my body battery is because I don't have it on, but as soon as I put it on, it will calibrate what my body battery is based off of like my activity, based off how much sleep I got. So right now it's saying my body battery is 63. So again, I started off with like 86 today, and just naturally doing things, it decreases. Yeah, I love this watch. The only thing that I will say that I don't love is their app. I think that they could definitely work on their app a little bit more. I feel like it's a little bit outdated given the watch. That's the only complaint I have about it. And again, they have a bunch of different lines of watches. There's a watch that goes up to like $1,000. I believe this one was like 400, so it's definitely more of an expensive gift. But if you know someone who is really active and likes to track things like their heart rate or their sleep or things like that, I would definitely recommend this watch. I think it's an amazing watch, and I love that it's kind of like a fitness and lifestyle watch in one, versus like the Apple Watch is very much lifestyle watch. So if you kind of want a 2-in-1, I would definitely recommend this. The battery on this is amazing. I only have to charge this once a week and I'm constantly using it. Like when I was going on runs, I was using it 3 times a week, and then when I was going to the gym, I was also using it on the days that I went to the gym. So the watch doesn't stop, but the battery is amazing on it. So again, I would definitely recommend. This is one of my favorite things. I never take it off. I only take it off when I'm filming and I feel like it kind of kills the vibe of the outfit. But other than that, this watch is always on me. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. And this one, I also like bought this band on Amazon to make it more like stylish and go with outfits a little bit more. So I love that you're able to like change that out as well depending on your outfit. So the next thing I don't have with me, I do have it, but it's in our basement, and that's the Biso little green machine. I am so glad that we have that because it has definitely helped with cleaning up stains. Like we have these bar stools that always get dirty, and I've used the machine to clean it, and it looks not as good as new, but it looks a lot better. And actually the other day my husband had spilled something and he used the machine to clean up what he had dropped, and it was like a really dark color, and the machine definitely cleaned it up. I think he said he had to use it twice to like make sure everything came out, but it does a really good job. So if you know anybody who has like kids or has pets or has like light furniture, I think that would be a really good gift. Next up, we have the game Tapple. So I also don't have this one because my cousin is the one that has it, but we always play this game and it's so fun. My family has become like a family of playing games. Like before we used to be the family that danced, and now we're the family that plays games. Child, that's how you know we're getting old. The concept of it is like basically it has a bunch of letters throughout it, and then it has this button in the middle. Then it has a bunch of cards, so you have to pick a card. So let's say you pick up a card and the card is like brand names of cars, and then if it was my go, I would tap the middle button and then I would have to think of a brand, and I would say like, I would hit the T and I would say Toyota, and then I would hit the button and then it would go on to the next person. And the button basically is a timer, and if you don't come up with a word that starts with the letter that's still available before the timer goes up, then you lose, and then you're basically out the game, and then it just continues. And honestly, we've played it with our moms, and that has been so fun because we'll say like, you can say a word in Spanish, and so somebody would say like eggs, and then my mom would say like huevos, and I'm like, girl, like you can't do that. But it's really fun, and it's a good game that you can incorporate, you know, your parents or your aunts and uncles. And I love games that are very inclusive because I feel like it just like bonds everybody together. And so again, I have that memory of like playing with the aunts and them saying words in Spanish that somebody said in English. So really love that, and especially now for the holidays, I think that's a really good thing to get because you can just play it with your family. Now moving on to another game, that is this one right here, is Code Names. We've played this a bunch of times and this is such a fun game. So basically, the basis of the game is there's 2 different teams, and then you are supposed to pick up a card, and the card will tell you what words are yours based off whether you're the blue team or the red team. And then there's one word that's like the killer word. But basically the person who is like leading the team at that, and you rotate, it's like kind of the captain, it's their responsibility to try to get everybody in their team to guess what words are their words. And so you'll say, for example, if like 2 of your words are like dog and cat, you'll say 2 words animal, and then you have to make sure that you say something that only your team will guess and it's not other words that the other team has. It's a little confusing, but honestly, once you kind of get the hang of it, it's a really fun game. So I would definitely recommend, and again, it's another great game to play now with the holidays. Now the next thing is the base weekender bag. I also have this, but I have it like stuffed in my luggage and I didn't want to pull it out. I know there's a lot of controversy around this bag. Some people don't like it. Personally, I really like it. I got the mini weekender. The other one I do think is a little bit too big, because the mini weekender, if I stuff it, it just barely fits under the seat. For Delta planes, I haven't really flown many other airlines to know, and I know their seats are a little bit different, but for the Delta planes, my bag will fit, but I definitely have to like push it in there. But I just love the bag. I love the fact that it has a little compartment at the bottom. I usually use that to like add shoes or add like hair straighteners or a makeup bag or any little things that I can't fit into my luggage. I just pop in there. And then I also love that it has the compartment for your iPad. It has a bunch of pockets. I love the fact that it has the little like chain so that you can put your keys, because that's something that I feel like I always lose. I just lose my keys in my bag. And so to be able to just like pull the string out and take my keys out is so helpful and convenient. Another thing I really like about it is that it has that sleeve where you can just put it on the handle of your luggage, and then you're not afraid that your bag is like gonna slip off, because sometimes I'm walking in the airport and then my bag is like sliding off. My husband ended up getting me the carry-on from Base, so now I have the matching navy blue carry-on and the mini weekender, so I love that it's like a matching set. Yeah, I really like that bag. I think it's great for, again, if you're just going on like a weekend trip somewhere, or as your purse, because it fits a bunch of stuff, like as your personal item plus your carry-on. Whenever I go on trips, I just take both of those and I can fit almost everything that I need. So yeah, love that bag and would highly recommend. Next up, we have the Osmo Pocket 3. You guys, so I recently got this. I mentioned it in one of my half marathon training vlogs that I got this on resale. Basically, my god sister's boyfriend resold this to me, and honestly, I am so glad that I decided to get it. I was like really hesitant about getting it, but I'm so glad that I got it, because this has made vlogging outside so much easier. And also with documenting my half marathon training, this has been really helpful, because a lot of the time I'm recording while I'm running, and because it has a stabilizer, my footage isn't like super shaky. Because I remember in my first few vlogs, whenever I would record outside, my footage was super shaky, because again, I'm like moving up and down. So having this has been so helpful, and even just to get different shots, this has been really helpful as well. I would recommend it to absolutely everybody. It also films in 4K, which I think is great as well. And so if you know anybody who's like a content creator or wants to get into content, but they're like a little bit shy, you know, they don't really want to record outside too much, I think this is a great camera, because it's very discreet. You know, you just like pop it away, it fits in almost everything. And yeah, I love this camera. I am so glad that I got it, and I think that now I have like the perfect combination of cameras. I have my little Osmo Pocket to film outside, I have my Sony to film more like sit down videos like these, and the quality on the Sony is amazing. And then I have my Canon G7X to take, you know, my little Instagram flicks. So yeah, I love the Osmo Pocket. I'm so glad that I got it. Probably one of the best things that I purchased in 2025. Next up, we have press-on nails. So I've been doing press-on nails since COVID, and ever since I discovered press-on nails, I have not gone back. I think I got one set of Gel X around my birthday, and I got it because I was in Philly and it was like $120 for like Gel X set with design and a pedicure, and I was like, I would never get these prices in New York. So I was like, why not? I was at the nail salon already with my god sister, and I was like, I might as well. But I feel like press-on nails, especially the brands that I get, look like Gel X nails. Every single time I have a set, at least one person compliments my nails, and I'm always like, oh my god, thank you, like they're press-on nails, and they're like, wait, what? And then they're always like, wait, can I see them again? Because they're shocked. And I don't know if it's because I'm really good at applying them, because again, I've been doing it for like 5 years now, or it's just because the press-on nails are just that good. But I absolutely love press-on nails. Anytime I see them at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls, I always re-up on them, and then I just like order from some of my favorite brands as well. So I actually have some right here. So I have these right here. These are also press-on nails. These are all from the brand Nail Reformation. I actually got all of these at TJ Maxx on sale. Another brand that I really like is a Glamnetic. Glamnetic has really good ones. The Nailist, that's the first brand that I ever bought from. I haven't bought from them in a long time because I discovered Nail Reformation, and I love their designs. Like, I think they have really cute designs. But even Amazon, you can find a bunch, but my top brands are definitely Nail Reformation, Glamnetic, and the Nailist. Those are my top 3. And again, I just love press-on nails. I feel like they're so much better than going and spending 2 to 3 hours at the nail salon, spending $120 to $200 on nails. Like, these literally cost me $10, like $9.99, and if you buy them from their site, they will not run you any more than $25, which I think is amazing. And most of the time my press-on lasts me at least 2 weeks, and if I want to stretch it, I can definitely have them on for at least a month. But usually around 2 weeks, I'm kind of already tired and bored of them, so I'm just like, okay, let's go on to the next set. Would definitely recommend press-on nails, especially as like a stocking stuffer. I think that's a great gift. All right, so next up we have these sneakers right here. So these are the Nike V2K Runs. I love these sneakers so much. I actually have them in 2 different colorways. So I have these, I have like a lighter pair, they're like brown and beige. But I absolutely love those sneakers. They are so comfortable to run errands. Honestly, when I first started running, I started running with those sneakers, and I felt like they were really comfortable until I got my actual running sneakers, and I was like, wait, my running sneakers are actually way more comfortable than these. But if you're not constantly running or you're not like training for anything, I would definitely recommend those. But especially for just like running errands, I love to style them. Like if I'm doing more of a casual look, I think those are great. And they have a bunch of different colorways. You can buy them from a bunch of different sites. You can get them from Nike, from Foot Locker, from anywhere really that you buy sneakers. You could definitely probably find the Nike V2K Runs. So I would definitely recommend those. So next up, it's a little bit random, but it is this shampoo and conditioner, and it is this brand right here. I actually have the shampoo and conditioner. My conditioner is completely out, so I actually have to re-up on it. But I absolutely love this brand. I have a couple of different lines, but this one specifically, I scanned it on the Juka app and it had a really good rating. So it has really good ingredients. The first time I ever bought it was actually from Target, and this is like prior to when I had stopped shopping at Target. So now I do kind of find it a little bit more difficult to find. I have to like find them at a drugstore, but I absolutely love this brand. It has really good ingredients. Like I said, it's vegan, not tested on animals, dermatologist tested, color safe, no SLS, no sulfates, no parabens, no dyes, no synthetic fragrances. It's best for straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, medium, and coarse hair. So again, they have a bunch of different lines. It says that it's not necessarily good for coily or fine hair, but they might have a line that's good for that type of hair. I absolutely have loved this. It smells really good, but it's not like overly scented like some other brands. And yeah, I'm gonna definitely continue to buy this brand for shampoo and conditioner. I've noticed a really big difference in my hair. I was using Olaplex for a while and I felt like my hair was super dry, and I don't know if it's because I had just freshly colored it. I don't know what it was, but I just know since I've been using this, I've noticed such a big difference in my hair. So I'm definitely gonna continue to buy this. And I also went to the store the other day and they had their like dry shampoo, and they also had this like hair oil, so I picked those up as well. Definitely would recommend, and again, it has really safe ingredients as well. So the next thing is books. So not necessarily any book in particular, but I've definitely tapped back into like reading a lot. I've honestly read a bunch of books this year. I can't even tell you how many. I've definitely read over 10 books this year, and I've been seeing a lot of people tapping into reading a lot more. So I think giving somebody a book would be an amazing gift. I actually bought this one from Marshall's, and I noticed that they have had a large like book section. I don't know if that's always been the case, but I did notice when I went recently, they had like a whole section of a bunch of books, and they're at a discounted rate, and they have a lot of books that are like really well known. I know this author Abby Jimenez is really popular as well. My cousin has told me about her. I haven't read any of her books, so I did pick this one up, so I'm excited to start reading it. I've honestly just been super busy. I haven't had the chance to like sit down and start. Picking back off of books, I think another really good gift would be a Kindle. If you know someone who really likes to read but maybe doesn't necessarily have the space to have a bunch of books, I feel like a Kindle would be a really good gift, because again, all of their books could just live on the Kindle. I know for me, I do personally like to have the actual book because I just feel like it's a different experience, but I don't have space to have books. So lately I've just been finding a PDF online of the books because I'm just like, I can't constantly be buying new books. So if somebody was to give me a Kindle, I would really appreciate it, because I'd be like, great, now I can just like have all my books on here. But yeah, so if you know somebody who loves to read but doesn't necessarily have the space to have a bunch of books, I think a Kindle would be a really good gift and something that they would really appreciate. And it would just show that you're paying attention to the things that they like and trying to just make their life a little bit easier, which I think is like the whole point of gift giving. It's like just paying attention to somebody and giving them something that they would really enjoy or just would make their life a little bit easier. All right, so next up is a Scentbird subscription. So I actually got this idea because I was talking to my god sister. She was asking me what she should ask for Christmas, and I was like, well, do you like perfume? And she said yes. And I was like, well, I know Scentbird has a subscription that you can like to somebody, and it's, I think they have like different months. You could do like 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months, I believe. I think that if you know someone who really likes trying different scents, likes perfumes, and likes to try different things, I think Scentbird is a really good gift, because again, it's like the gift that keeps on giving, because you not only give it to them in that moment, but then they know that in a month they'll be getting it again, and you'll constantly be on their mind. And again, I just think it's a really good way to just discover new perfumes and to just like constantly have little travel size perfumes if like they travel a lot, or if you travel a lot, or even if you want to give this for yourself. Again, I think that these are all really good gifts to give to yourself as well. So yeah, I would definitely say a Scentbird subscription is great. And I know that What My Sis Said podcast has a discount code. I'm not sure what it is, but if you guys go look them up on YouTube, I'm sure that you can find it in one of their videos, like their discount code. But yeah, would definitely recommend that as well. Next up, we have some bags from this brand called Joy Pay. I'm not sure if that's how you actually pronounce it, but that's just how I've been pronouncing it. But I actually have a couple of their bags. I have 4 of their bags in total, but I just pulled out 2 of my favorites. So I love these bags because, one, they're pretty affordable. I think you can buy a bag for under $100, more than 50, under 100. They do have some that are a little bit over 100, but I do feel like for the quality, they are absolutely worth the money. This is one of my favorites. So I just love this shape. I love that it has the gold hardware. And then another thing that I really like about these bags is that you can kind of transform them from being like a regular purse like this, can put it into a crossbody, which I think is really cool because I feel like it's like getting 2 bags in one. So you just kind of change the strap up and then you button it, and now you have a crossbody, which I think is so cool. It's a smart concept. So this is the other one that I have. This is probably my favorite of the 4 that I have. It's this one right here. This one really reminds me of the Dior, I want to say it's called the saddle bag, but don't quote me on that, it might not be that. But there's a Dior bag that's very similar to this, and it has this like CD coming down the side. But I love the shape of this one. This one also can be turned into a crossbody. I don't really turn this one into a crossbody too much because I don't know, whenever I wear this, it is for like a little bit of a cuter, fancier look. But I definitely have worn this one as a crossbody. Honestly, a couple of days ago I wore it as a crossbody because it was more of like a casual look. But again, I love their bags. I feel like they're really, really good quality. You can buy them on Amazon, but you can also get it from their website. And most of the time when I've gone on their website, they usually have some sort of like discount. It's like 20% off or buy one, get one, you know, at a discount or something like that. So if you've been looking to get a bag or just want to get somebody a bag, but you don't want to spend like $300, $400, these bags are really great. They have a bunch of different styles, and almost every single style that they have a bunch of different colors. So I feel like there's something for everybody, which I absolutely love. All right, so next up is something that I actually got recently, and this is not necessarily something that's for everybody because you definitely have to be a little bit careful with this, but that is this cupping massage instrument. So I've been going to PT for about like a month and a half now, and every time I go they do cupping on me, and I've noticed such a difference. But sometimes I am in pain while I'm at home, and I'll tell myself like I wish I had one of those cups. And then I went on Amazon and I found this one, and the really cool thing about this one is that it has 2 different like heads. So it has a smaller one and then it has a bigger one, and then it has this red light therapy, which is supposed to be really good for you. And then it also has this like washa thing, which my physical therapist also uses on me to kind of like work me out a little bit. And it has different modes. You can put it at different levels, so if you don't want it to be like too intense, you could put it at a lower level, but if you want it more intense, you could put it a little bit higher. So if you know somebody who like suffers from chronic pain, a lot of muscle tension, I feel like this would be a really good gift. I did only just get one, but they do sell them like in a pack of 2 as well. So yeah, really like this. But again, make sure that whoever you give it to, you give them a warning, because you need to be careful about where you put this because you just can't put it everywhere. But again, if you know someone who constantly suffers from pain or muscle tightness or tension, I think this would be a really good gift. Next up, this is probably going to be a little bit random, but it's this Morphe blush trio. So I actually just got this because I've been really into blush lately. Honestly, whenever I do my like quick glam, it's mostly just blush and a little bit of concealer and mascara. So I had been really trying to find some like good blushes, and I really like this one because it's a 3-in-1. So you get one blush, you get a cream like blush highlighter, and then you have a powder blush. So this costs $19, which I think is a really good price considering that you get basically 3 different products in one. And comparing it to Patrick Ta, so like the Patrick Ta brings a cream blush and a powder blush, and it's $38. So I just feel like this is a really good like dupe for it. And don't get me wrong, I love the Patrick Ta blush, but if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, I think these are great. And like I said, they have a bunch of different colors that will work with a bunch of different skin tones. And I also think that this is just a really good stocking stuffer for anybody who you know that likes makeup or loves blush like me. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this, and I use this pretty much every day. This is the blush that I have on my face right now. I use a Patrick Ta blush actually as my cream blush, and then I just went over top with this powder blush right there. So next up we have something that's more like a household item. So that is a wooden cutting board. I actually just bought this as a gift for the holidays, and honestly I think a wooden cutting board is such a good gift because one, everybody could use a cutting board. Like even if somebody doesn't cook, you still need a cutting board if you want to like cut something up really quickly. Like you don't have to be a chef to need a cutting board. And I also think that having a wooden cutting board is so much better than a plastic cutting board, because with a plastic cutting board, you know, you get the microplastics in there. When you cut something, the microplastics can get in your food. So just trying to be more mindful, I think that a wooden cutting board is a lot better, and it also has a lot more longevity, and it's just a little bit more luxe, but you don't have to like break the bank. I bought this one actually from Marshall's and it costs $16.99. So again, you can get somebody a really good gift and then like combine that with, I don't know, like a knife or something, and I think that would make a really good gift, and you don't have to spend more than like $35. So following up with another kitchen item, that is wooden spoons. So I actually got these from Amazon, and I think that these are really good for somebody who cooks. I think that this is really perfect because we want to move away from using plastic items, because again, when they get heated up, all of that stuff goes into your food. Having wooden spoons for cooking is amazing, and I think anybody would appreciate it, and I feel like it just looks really nice in the kitchen as well. And again, it just has more longevity. I have a bunch of wooden spoons that I've been using since I moved in here, and I moved in here almost 5 years ago. I ended up just buying these because I did have to like throw some out, so I just needed to kind of re-up. I haven't tapped into these yet, but I know that these that I got on Amazon, they have a bunch. They have like a set of 6, a set of 3, a set of 12. So whatever you think whoever you're gifting to would appreciate, I would say go ahead and get these. But yeah, wooden utensils are absolutely great, and everybody could definitely get use out of them, especially if they like to cook. Moving on, I wrote down pimple patches. I feel like these are great for everybody, male, female, everybody gets pimples. Everybody can use a pimple patch. I don't have any because I completely ran out, but I think that this is also a really amazing gift to give somebody, or as like a side gift, as an accompany gift, to put in a stocking stuffer. I just think pimple patches are a universal great gift that everybody could get use out of. Next up, we have glasses. So I have really tapped into wearing glasses to like accessorize my outfits. I actually have a couple here, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on these. You can buy a bunch of these on like Amazon, on Shein. A bunch of the ones that I have, I've actually bought on Shein, but this is one pair that I've gotten. I actually love these, and I would definitely wear this with this like outfit. Oh, these are super dirty, but you see how like it just changes up the outfit a little bit. I also have these right here. I also bought these on Shein, and I love these as well. I've gotten so much use out of these because again, anytime I feel like my outfit's a little bit basic, I'm like, let me throw on some glasses, and it really does elevate my outfit. So I have these as well. I actually thrifted these for like $1.40, which I can't believe I paid that little for them. But again, I just think that these are great to just like add to a gift. If you know someone who loves to accessorize or likes to wear glasses, I think that's a really good gift. If you have been trying to, you know, spice up your outfits, I would say get some glasses. I told my god sister to get some, and like now whenever she, you know, throws on an outfit, she's like, I need a little something, she'll just throw on her glasses, and then she goes about her business. All right, so last thing before I get into my wish list, which is not super long, and that is this nowadays drink. So I don't know if you guys know about this or you've heard about it, but for anybody who likes to partake in the gardening activity, I would definitely recommend this THC infused drink. Honestly, my cousin's girlfriend put me onto this maybe a year and a half ago now, and honestly I am so thankful for her for putting me onto this, because honestly I think that this is great, because if you just want to kind of like wind down, like if you don't want to have a glass of wine but you still want to wind down, I think this is perfect for that, because again, you just like pop a little shot into, you know, your soda or your poppy or even your water, and you just kind of get a little bit mellow, chilled out. It's not anything crazy. So if there's anybody who you know who like partakes in the gardening activities, and maybe they do a little bit too much smoking, and you're just kind of trying to tell them like, protect your lungs, you know what I mean, like take care of your lungs, I feel like this is a really good alternative for that. Or you could get them some gummies as well, but I really love this. They have one, this is the 10 milligram one, they have a 5 milligram one, and then they also have a cranberry one. one. I've never tried the cranberry one, but I've heard really good things. But yeah, just wanted to sprinkle that in. It's a little bit different, but again, anybody who you know who partakes in the gardening activities, I think that they would really enjoy a gift like this. And this is definitely more of a splurge item, don't get me wrong. I know you guys are gonna go to the website and be like, damn! Yeah, it's a little bit more of a splurge item, so definitely get that for somebody who you really, really love and you just want to show them how much you appreciate them. All right, so now getting into some of the things on my wish list. Honestly, I only have 4 items. There aren't many things. So the first is a Coach bag. I don't know what it's called, but I actually have a picture of it because I went to Macy's the other day and they had it on display and I was like, wow, this bag is so cute. So it's this bag right here. I think this bag is so freaking cute. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I do know that it's a little bit more on the pricey side. I think it was like, I want to say like $400 or maybe like $350. I'm not sure, but they did have it in a bunch of different colors and I don't know, I just think it's really cute. I also love the fact that Coach has made a comeback. I remember Coach used to be that girl back in the day, like back when I was growing up and I was in high school. We used to go to Coach every time we went to the outlets. Like my mom has a bunch of Coach bags and then I feel like they fell off for a little bit, but I feel like they're definitely back. They had a bunch of cute bags, but this one specifically I thought was so cute, and that color as well, chef's kiss. So the next thing is the Tech leg compressions, and this is really good for anybody who's like a runner, which you guys know I've been in my running era. I just ran my first half marathon, but I think that this is great. This is supposed to be really good for leg recovery. It's basically these like 2 things that you put over your legs and it basically like massages your legs, and I think it's like 45 minutes and you can't move, but I've heard amazing things on, again, just like the recovery for your legs. So this is definitely something that's been on my wish list. It's definitely more of a splurge item for sure, so only somebody who really loves me will get this for me, or eventually I'll get it for myself. Especially the more marathons I run, the more I'll definitely kind of need this, because child, for like 2 days I was out of commission. I said, girl, I could barely move. So I'm sure if I would have had that, it would have made the recovery a little bit faster, and maybe I only would have been out of commission for like a day. Who knows? I don't know, but I've heard great things, so that's definitely something that's on my wish list. So next up is the Solomon sneakers. I didn't really hear much about this until like maybe a year and a half ago, and I saw somebody with these sneakers on and I was like, what is that and why have I never heard about them? But honestly, they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I think they're so freaking cute. The all black or the all white ones, ciao, those are so cute. I would I have so many ideas with like outfits for them, but they're definitely a little bit more of an expensive sneaker, so that's the reason I haven't gotten them yet, but definitely on my wish list, and I will probably get them at some point in 2026. Now, the last thing, this is also a little bit random. So it is this robe from this brand called Chill. So it's actually an Australian brand. The person who owns it is this influencer from Australia. I've been following her for years and she came out with this brand called Chill. I actually have a couple of her pajamas and I love her pajamas, but she has these robes that are so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it up here. She has it in a bunch of different colors, but they just look so cute and cozy and like warm, and I love getting ready in the morning and like just having my robe on. I do have this one robe that my husband got me years ago, but it has stains on it at this point. I will probably always keep it just because it holds sentimental value, but I definitely don't film a lot of videos with me having it on because it has those stains on it. Having that robe from Chill, I just feel like I would wear it and everybody would be like, where's this from? Where's this from? Where's this from? So yeah, that's definitely something that I have had my eye on, and I thought about buying it during the Black Friday sale, but the robe is a little bit more on the pricey side and it just wasn't something that I could afford at this time. But yeah, again, something that's on my wish list, and hopefully by this time next year I could film my holiday gift guide and I could be in my robe and I could be like, yeah, this is one of the things that I loved in 2026. But yeah, that is gonna conclude today's video. That is everything that I have been loving in 2025. Some of the things that I would recommend that I feel like would make great gifts, and then some of the things that I have on my wish list that I would love to receive or that I plan on buying myself at some point. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, make sure to comment, share, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you get notified every single time I post a new video. And if you made it to the end of this video, I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in Vlogmas Day 7. Bye.